Today I'm going to show you some really cool bear plank variations. I think there's like 4 or 5 of them that are very simple yet very effective, and I highly suggest that you add them to your program. Now, if you want to take your core training to a different level when it comes to chronic back pain, getting out of pain, you have a disc herniation, disc bulge, post-fusion, you want to learn how to train your core correctly, make sure you grab my free guide. You can get it at fitnessforbackpain.com/core blueprint. I'm going to show you how to use core training effectively so it's not causing you more pain, more damage, and you'll know without a shadow of a doubt that you're training the core correctly. fitnessforbackpain.com/core blueprint. Let's jump in. All right, so the first bear plank variation we're going to do is the bear plank hold. So we're going to get into the bear plank position. I'm going to cover the main key components of doing these bear plank core exercises so that you're not hurting your back, and I want you to apply them with every single variation of the exercise. First, we're gonna get into a good position and make sure that we're not obviously over slouched or extending our low back, or we're not pushing too far out into more of like a cat or cow camel position. What we're gonna do is we're gonna find that neutral to you. So what that takes is a few pelvic rocks here, making sure that you find whatever the most least sensitive position for your pelvis is for you specifically. From there, I want you to engage your lats. So we're gonna bring in these big boys right here, and all you have to do is kind of almost like you're dragging your hands towards your knees, but also twisting at the same time, all while keeping your hands nice and stable. The most important and final step you're gonna do is the core brace. What we're not gonna do is try to crush a Coke can. You're gonna have to figure out how to tune it for you specifically. So quick breath out is a great way to start the core brace. I'm gonna go into a knees up position, lats are engaged, and I'm gonna hold this. You'll know that you're doing it correctly if you start to tremble, you start to shake a little bit, especially when you bring in those lats and you're really trying to keep a nice stable trunk. Everything's nice and tight, I'm already shaking, and I'm just gonna hold here. All right, second variation of the bear planks is the opposite lift. So the bear plank opposite lifts, what you're gonna do is go through all of your checkpoints. I'm gonna show you different angles of this specific exercise here, but what you're gonna take your original static bear hold and all the cues. Now what you're gonna do is you're gonna lift the opposite knee and the opposite hand just a little bit. We're not trying to do anything kind of crazy. We're just gonna do this basic version first. I'm up. Lift off, touch down gentle, lift off. Making sure I'm not using my low back as my core, but I'm bracing the abs. Just like that. Key thing to look for during the transition is not too much wobble in the hips. The transitions are super important, and you don't want your hips to be shifting, causing some weird twisting in the low back. Third version of the bear plank core exercise is the bear plank side walks. So we're combining the static hold, and then we're gonna be combining the opposite arm, opposite knee lift off with an actual movement now, okay? We're kind of progressively getting harder and harder with these. You're gonna start, same position, go through your checklist, up, and all I'm doing is I'm going super slow, and I'm probably moving 5 or 6 inches at a time. I'm not doing a lot of crazy big shifts, not using momentum. Everything has to be super controlled. So controlled that if I had to pause, I'd be okay. Nice and easy. Side to side, you can do these for time. You can do them for reps, steps, whatever you want to do. Bear plank sidewalks. Next bear plank variation is the bear plank front walks. Really fun, very easy. We're following the same rules. Now we're just kind of walking in a straight pattern forward, okay? So I'll start here. Make sure I'm in a neutral to me position. Make sure I'm not developing any kind of like tight, stiff low back. If you are, maybe do a few rotations of some cat camels before doing them, just to kind of keep your low back unlocked and not trying to protect or stiffen. Now I'm combining almost like this opposite arm, opposite leg lift with a crawl. So I'll go back, start again. Bear plank back walks. So you can kind of combine the front walks with the back walks as you walk forward. You can just come on back. This is the last variation of the bear plank, minus the bonus that I'm about to show you, so stay tuned. Back walks, essentially the same thing. Get into a good position. Opposite lift. Nice and slow. No momentum. No compensations anywhere. Now, a really fun way to make really any of these bear plank variations even harder, making them more advanced, is to add some kind of biofeedback or kind of a cueing type of tool. So you can use a foam roller, you can use a ball like a lacrosse ball or like a softball or something like that on the lower back. So when you're doing these front crawls or back crawls or side crawls, it really keeps you honest. And I'll kind of show you how it works here. So I'm gonna get into a good position, take my foam roller, make sure it's in the middle of my back, like so. Abs are on, and I'm gonna lift. Good, and I'm gonna do the front walks. And the more that foam roller moves around or switches from side to side, or if it falls off, you'll know that your form is doo-doo, okay? So try that. Use a foam roller, use a ball, use any kind of tool that kind of keeps you honest. Last, advanced bear crawl. This is kind of like the bird dog bear crawl exercise. You're gonna combine the opposite arm, opposite knee lift off bear plank variation, and you're gonna do a little bit more of an aggressive reach out. So your arms are more straight and your leg is more straight. I'll show you how it works. So you're here, lifting up, nice and tight, nice and slow, back, switch, nice and slow, back. Repeat those. That is advanced. It's really tough. Make sure your low back is not taking that load, your abs are on, and you're mastering the form perfectly so you can save your back. And that is it. Those are my favorite bear plank variations. If you have another bear plank variation that I did not show you, leave it in the comment section, maybe with a link to the video of you doing it. Be sure to grab that core training for back pain, herniations, bulge, post-fusion. You can get it at fitnessforbackpain.com/core blueprint. Thanks for watching. Thank you for your support. Love you guys. See you on the next episode.